Hey everybody, this is Coach Parker with CoachParker.org. How you guys doing today? I'm back real quick on 6U 16 offensive plays. So these would be good for a 6U group, 7U group, probably, maybe even an 8U group, but definitely wanted to put this out. I just did this for one of the customers that just bought my complete package. He wanted me to narrow some stuff down for him. This is the kind of stuff that I can do if you've gone all in and bought a complete package. You can email me, ask me questions, and sometimes I'll do stuff like this for you, make a video or send you a quick deal. So just be aware of that. But let's jump in and see what these 16 plays are. So from my base 8 plays in Beast, the Powering Beast offense, I'm going to take probably the first play that I'll introduce and put in here. I've got 16. I would probably think about going down to 8. And so, but these 2 or 3 next plays, I definitely really like. So Beast Left Tank is my main play that I have been running since 1994. It's basically a superpower 17, 18 to the overloaded strong side out of the Beast Yell single wing. The Beast back can either be under center, which would be Buck if you're running both under center and gun, and Beast gun if you're running in gun. And you can see here, I've got that here. Let me bring down the draw menu here so we can see this. So I can just bring out this highlighter so you can see there he is in gun there. So this is the Beast tank. I've got a nickname up at the top called Thor Tank. You can make up kind of names. Another thing you can do, for 6U, especially if they allow you on the field, is you could highlight kind of the hole where it's going. And the other thing that you could do, you could say, let's say the running back's name is Danny, and the left tackle here name is in green is Tom. You could say, okay, we're going to go Beast Left Tank. Danny, you're going to run to Tom. And let's say X is Jerry. So he knows he's going to run, Danny's going to run to Tom and Jerry. I've done that actually as an audible before, and I had nicknames for the players. And so we could say, Superman is going to run to Batman, Spider-Man. So those are some quick things that make it easy. Kids like goofy names, and I try to teach them the holes, and we go through the holes at this age, and we always will call the hole and then have a nickname for the play, because you're only going to have maybe 8 to 10 plays out of this 16. You might get lucky and be able to put all 16 in here. But you could call this, hey, this is Thor Tank, or you can have, hey, Danny run to Tom and Jerry kind of thing. Or if your league will let you have a piece of paper out there in the huddle, you can just show them this and color code your playbook, which is I've done before in a 7-on-7 league, where you could show what everybody's done. So this is the first play, is a Beast tank, and you can run these Beast left and right. And of course, this has already got a nickname to it because I started out with a 7-year-old group when I ran this first, and they were having trouble to remember the name. So tank means tackle. So I'm running basically this off tackle play. So there you go there. Another play it's similar to this, and this is kind of an extra play I've thrown in here a little bit, is a Beast Burst. It's very similar to tank, but we're going to go in the 5 hole, and the backs are just going to block straight instead of kind of angled out, and the Beast back will come there. So you've got like a 7 and then a 5 hole play here with Burst, and you could call this Bubble Burst, or you could say Danny go between Tom and Dave there. Maybe the tackle is named Dave. And you can see here, everybody's going to go through that right there. So, and you can see how they kind of split open a little bit. If your guys are smart enough to do that, maybe they're not, but I'm trying to get maybe these defenders to move a little bit. So there's the second deal. Hey, if you get a chance, like and subscribe. That really helps the channel with Google algorithms. Comment, man. If you can comment, that's a big deal. Just say hello. Love the thing. No big deal kind of stuff. You can head over to coachparker.org and see a bunch of other stuff too. But like and subscribe. Hit the notify if you get a chance. The third play that I really like is just a wedge play. And in the wedge, I go to even here. You can see versus an overloaded line. On counters, wedges, and passes, you'll see me usually go from overload to even sets. But I've called this forever Wild Weasel, Honey Badger, or Pink Unicorn. That is the nickname for my wedge play out of the beast. And you can see what's going on here. Those are three really easy plays. I really like tanking the wedge for any offense, but at 6U, the tank, the burst, and this Wild Weasel wedge should be pretty darn awesome. Another play that's very similar to the wedge play, although it's in an overloaded set, is just called Grenade for Guard, which is the nickname for like tank, but we're going over the guards. And what the beast back is going to do is he's just going to look for whatever reason when teams sometimes the defense will move and give us either a gap. And so you could call it Atomic Ant for a gap play, or Goofy Greenie, or Grenade, or whatever. Or maybe you just say, I forget what the beast back's name I called him, but let's say Bobby to Atomic or whatever, or Bobby to let's say the guard's name is Steve. So you can do it that way. And here, they're running. He's going to run in there. It's sort of like a wedge, but it's more of a cute quarterback kind of sneak play. So there you go. And yes, I know I've got blockers always blocking down. And it just, at 6U, everybody gets jumbled up. Kids are turning around, looking at, there's a rainbow kind of thing. And the beast back will just pop through that. So there you go. You can look at that. Another play I really like from this, and you may or may not, there's a guy pulling on here, but you're probably not doing that at 6U. So just block it. You may want to go to an even set on that. And my even, I call even, and big, I call this the overloaded side. So you might want to set this up in even. But you may not even want the back blockers coming back, because they may not can remember this. But if you get everybody pursuing and they think you're going to go one way, do the dirty booty, which is the nickname for the boot. He can boot out. And this play works really good because sometimes you can run Beast out of shotgun and then he comes out, and that's a great play. That really depends on your center at 6Us if they could shotgun. Don't shotgun if you can't snap very good, because you'll turn the ball over. But you have that. And then you've got a counter play. Now this gets more complicated, and you'll have to work on and rep this. And you can see it's an even set again. But this is just a big superpower counter. All these backs are going to come over. This tight end will split. They'll go through. So we're trying to kick out the D end, maybe with that end. If that can't happen, kick out the D end with your fullback and come back with the other backs. The beast back will make a counter and come back through. And this is called the Texas counter. I call this, you may want to have a nickname called the Texas Ranger, whatever you want to call that. But you could, Goofy Ranger, Corky Ranger, whatever you could come up with. I know a guy that does superhero names, Marvel, DC Comics, stuff like Batman, Spider-Man. So you may want to do that. Here's a very similar to Beast, but the backs are just going to line up. Basically, the 4 will be behind kind of the tight end here, and these two backs will be outside. So they just scoot out a little bit more. Worms means beast wide. So just beast wide, if you want to tell them that, or worm, wiggly worm formation. There's a good, and this one is in shotgun, but I've run worm out of under center to before, so you could do that. And this is just a stretch. These three guys here are going to block on this D end because maybe the corner's weak, and you're just going to come out and go right at them. This is a a really good sweep play, and you could call that Gumby stretch, which I've actually called it the Gumby stretch before, because it's a stretch sweep play there. And then you've got worm sweep. So my sweep nickname is So Long Buddy. I just used it again. So Long Buddy means he can wave goodbye to everybody as he sweeps along. Another good nickname for this is the Wicked Witch of the West, because she rides a broom and sweeps. So those are some of the things there. So you've got your beast back in shotgun and worm, but you can run him under center if you want. So that makes that easier. And because just to let you know, beast tight is beast and beast worm is beast wide. So it's really the same formation. All we're doing is we're moving these backs out here. I don't know why that's doing that now, but let me pick this again. And yep, they're just moving out with the wide there. So I put in one pass, maybe two. I think this is the one pass, which is a sweep pass where, he can come out of here and sweep. He doesn't have to be in shotgun, but he's going to sweep out. He can keep and run. 3 will run this out. 2 will run a long pass. And it's just a standard kind of fly out pass there. And you could call it TD sweeper pass out of wiggle worm. So there's that there. And then this is a great, just a wing counter from worm. You could call it Topsy Turvey or Topsy Turvey wild something crazy name or whatever. But you see that here. Beastback could be under center and he could come around like that, and the 4 will go right there. And he's going to go in this area here. He doesn't want to get outside there. He wants to hit between the guards in the center. And so you've got this worm left gut counter from the wing back. So those are all the beast tights and beast wide plays. And those are really good plays that I've run at those young ages and been very successful. Now, all the counter plays and pass plays are going to take a lot more reps. So make sure you got that under control. And then these pie plays, which are the power eye plays for me, which are just very simple dive plays. So I've got a B gap dive here. Quarterback's just handing out and booting. It's an overload. You can't go into even. Call it Batman for the B gap, Captain America for the C gap. And you see these blocking backs are going over and getting in front of that hole. If your guys can't do it, you can just keep them here and then they can try to lead block. And then you've got a 27 to the D, which is D for Daredevil there. This play here is kind of like the worm sweep. You've got, oops, I caught that again. You've got 3 and 4 moves out here, and they're going to block the D in the corner. Going to sweep out. He's actually going to pitch now. That's going to take more reps. E gap, you've got it called the Eternals. So there's that. And then you've got a power counter in here, which they're going to line up more in the traditional power eye. They're going to go back. 2's going to make a counter, and you're going to hand off like right here, and he's going to go back. This is going to take reps. Every time I move into counters, they take a lot more reps. So choose 1 counter or 2 counter plays, rep the crap out of it, and make sure you've got that. Here's another counter play with the 3 back. 2's going to make this. Quarterback, I hand off, and you could call that Cuckoo. So there's that. Now, like beast under center and beast shotgun, pie can be run in a shotgun here, and pie and then cake is the shotgun version of pie. It's also called fat in the Power Wing Beast offense. So now you have this is a great play here because you can have this power lead thing, and then you could snap it to 1 and have him run the ball and have 2 go this way instead of leading. So that's kind of a little easy, simple counter that you could have out of that. So there's about 16 or 17 plays that I would choose for 6U, 8 plays, 8 of the simple plays that your guys are able to pick up. But this is stuff that I have personally run, and this is what I would install again for me personally to go through. And like I said, if you're huddling up and you can show them the plays, then have the plays drawn up color coded. If you can't do that, then, you know, call the play. And if they still can't remember whole numbers and stuff like that, then just say, hey, you know, the main running back. So Johnny is going to run the ball at Billy. You blockers need to go, you know, at Billy and block, and Johnny's going to run the ball behind you guys. So you can kind of do that in the huddle. I've had to do that before. So that's how you can call those plays. Risk coaches and audible kind of things don't really work. The crazier nicknames or funny names that you can make up for plays, for whatever reason, they'll remember. So make it fun. And if you have a name or a nickname, ask them, hey, what would you guys name this play? And they'll come up with something, and they seem to remember that better. So there's some sweet 16, 19-ish plays there that you guys can take a look at for 6U, 5U, 7U. They've even worked, this whole group here has worked for me up to 8U and rec. You may want to get fancier after that, but these should work for you. Hey, if you get a chance, make sure to like and subscribe. Go over to coachparker.org, find some more stuff. All those plays came out of the Power Wing Beast offense, so that's over there for sale. I just did a defensive video, which is some of that stuff. Here's some of my other playbooks. There's a ton of stuff over there. If you go over there, buy those help me support to bring more free content to you guys. That really helps. Please like and subscribe. Again, this is Coach Parker with coachparker.org. See you guys next time. Remember to play for fun, and winning is funner. Ciao, you guys. Thanks a lot.